Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today we're checking out The Last Taxi. Now I played this a while back as part of the Steam Next Fest, and coincidentally Steam Next Fest starts next Monday. But this game has graduated to full release. It is now available on Steam. I believe there's even a 10% off sale right now if you act quickly. We're going to go ahead and click on load. Taken slot 1. And we're actually going to pick up shortly after we left off in the last video I made during Steam Next Fest. I dropped off the guy that sold this taxi to us. So we're going to start right from there. We have license level 1 now, which previously we had license level 0, which was like a learner's permit essentially. I'm going to go ahead and scan that. And we'll analyze, and we'll continue. So we can look at the news. This is something that's different. As you can see, there's a child who was harboring a butler automaton who had been flagged for decommissioning inside the guest house of his family's estate. You've also got the Central City Authority inducting someone into the Singularity, it looks like. There's some messages here. It's all pretty much the same news, it looks like. Okay. And this tells you what the Singularity is, which again, seems like a singularity. So let's go ahead and hit Start Shift and start our day. So we're going to start in the sub-city. Before we get started, I'm going to actually... So we're going to start in the sub-city. We're going to hit select here. We're starting at Scrappy's Scrapyard. So it says the burning underbelly of Progress Point. A desolate dump swarming with worker drones. Even if the poor can't find a use for it, it's smelted, repurposed, and shoved back into the glorious cycle of industry. So let's see what kind of passengers we get. Probably just do 1 or 2 passengers here so you can see how this game works in this video. Now what's very cool is you have the ability to adjust things. So if I want this closer or further away, I'm going to keep it a little bit closer. This is a security checkpoint, so we're going to take BotBot 469, a repair bot. And it says the gatekeepers of the underworld built like a fortress. So we're taking them to this location. We're going to pick them up. We could fast
Would you
travel.
care for a zinc chloride soldering check?
No, I'm good.
Oh, it is a fairly standard check. It will not inhibit your duties and is intended as a precautionary measure to ensure the proper maintenance of your systems. Or perhaps you are in need of an epoxy repair with 200 grit axle grinding? In that case, an ebony synthetic wax with high sheen buff? Your coatings are looking subpar for human interactions. Worst I have seen in all my years of auto taxi repairs.
Yeah, this bot definitely...
My
doesn't get that
goodness,
I'm human.
I have...
Whoops. I forgot to hit the horn.
Made a nominal error in entering your non-automated vehicle. I thought you were a mechanized taxi, which I repair. Well, for now. I believe I am good at my job and enjoy it very much. I possess knowledge of over 20,000 adjustments to improve the quality of the transport. Yes, in order to maximize productivity, auto taxis are perpetually stationed on the roads. So to properly maintain and repair them, BotBot units, like myself, attend to them on the go. Yes, well, not for long. In a few weeks' time, we will be replaced like the bots before us. They are releasing the newest model, Bot, or bot cubed, as my coworkers like to joke.
Ah, so bot becomes bot.
Capable of over 30,000 duties with customizable appearances. I myself have only a mere 20,000. I have been in communication with other automatons from other industries. It seems that hardworking autos being replaced by the next generation of machines is a trend that is common over all employment stations. We on the message board are trying to determine the best way to secure our employment and continued use. Perhaps a union of some sorts.
Interesting.
It is perfectly legal. Automaton groups are permitted as long as they are subject to human supervision. Of course, we communicate far too fast for our human moderator to properly keep up with the content.
Talking to this bot,
But I
seem
worry
to be messing some
that
stuff
law
up.
would also apply to our union. How
As you
can
can
we
see, my
properly be
star rating
represented if all
as
of our
almost an
actions must
Uber
be
driver
sanctioned by
is going
those who
down.
oppress us? Yes. Given the proper human supervisor and the combined computational power of an automaton union, I calculate we would be an efficient team. But would that be enough? Clearly, a union did not help your employment, and that was a human union. Automatons were built to be replaced.
It's true.
Yes, that is true. A simple update would allow botbots to have just as many functions as botbots. Your idea is very clever.
I agree.
Perhaps humans have more to offer than I originally calculated. Updates will be the first issue our union will tackle. Every automaton should have the right to be given updates. Yes,
Got a 5-star
the
now.
disposability of automatons is an issue that has long been overlooked. Unprecedented actions must be taken to cause an unprecedented change. Hopefully through this, automatons will finally be able to claim their place in this city. Thank you. But first things first, an automaton union must be organized. I will consult the message board and build a list of human candidates for our supervisor. I would offer your name as the first candidate, but I'm afraid our selected supervisor will need to be part of a recognized automation employing industry.
That makes sense.
Thank you, and have a pleasant rest of your shift.
Botbot was one of the friendliest passengers you could possibly have. It seems to be snowing, and that's kind of a cool effect. I was confused for an automaton, that's true. They were happy with my support for their union. So, next up we've got Halo 04. When your loved ones pass away, we will be there to help you with the passing. Interesting. So we're going to a place called the Encampment now.
Greetings. I hope you are appreciating your day.
I am.
I am glad. It is good to appreciate the life you have before it ends.
Aw, that is true.
How curious. You do not seem perturbed by the idea of your death. That is an appropriate response. Death is a reality, and yet there are those who would fear it. I do not understand why.
People fear what they don't understand.
Humanity is no stranger to death. I am tasked with retrieving the bodies of the deceased and have done so for decades. I have seen no reason for fear. For those who believe in an afterlife, death is not a true end. And for those who believe that there is nothing to experience beyond death, then there is nothing to fear. Regardless of belief, it is understood that after death, we are gone from this world. And yet they still prefer to keep the bodies of the dead around. And you receive that wish. I envelop bodies and transport them to a place of rest. The thanatorium is a facility dedicated to preserving the bodies and storing them so that they may be available for viewing to any who wish to see their departed loved ones.
That's really cool.
I do not understand why so many visit that place. When a human is living, those around them only think of the bad memories. But once they have perished, they are only remembered by the fondest of memories. Humans are
Toll
forgetful
booth.
beings. It is possible they could forget their own mortality. Is that why they cry? Because the death of one close to them becomes a reminder of their own inevitable death? Many have claimed to cry for the one who is deceased, but that is illogical, for the deceased do not feel anything. They mourn for themselves, for the loss they have received, and for the loss they will one day receive. I do not understand. When someone is dead, they are no longer a part of this world.
It's true.
Why then are they still important?
Their memory is important. That's it, exactly. I love this dialogue, actually. It's very true.
I still do not fully understand, but conversing with you has brought me closer to comprehension. I thank you for your time. Perhaps as I continue to seek for answers, death will no longer be a stranger to me.
I think we're pulling into the stopping place for this person. So this game, The Last Taxi, is nothing like Crazy Taxi. It's a lot more like Papers, Please in some aspects, and also just a conversational simulator. It's nice to be the last human driving these cabs.
Goodbye. I hope to not see you soon.
Good point. So we've got $810 toward a $2,000 license too. We're going to confirm that. And I believe we've completed our day. Now, one of the things I do want to mention is this game took years to create for the developers. I think it's a beautiful game. All of the art assets, everything built into this game was created by the development team. If you like what you're seeing, check it out. This is The Last Taxi. We're going to pick up this tablet, go back to the office, and wrap up. So these are fines we have to pay, it looks like. So there's an insurance claim. Let's grab our... Do we just tap it on the bank card? Yeah. There's collision damage, $100. Another toll booth. More collision damage. So not too bad. We're at $27.60 currently. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. Check out The Last Taxi if this seems like your bag. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.